NGO movement in the Philippines has come alive as a response to the ever-changing signs of the times. All these have aggravated the personal struggles of Juan de la Cruz as he battles the chronic illnesses of his time and the cancer of society, that is, poverty. But at the same time, the problem of every Filipino has fueled the desire of non-government organizations to effect change. Along this line, the Institute of Social Order, being one of the oldest NGOs in the Philippines, has persevered to become catalysts for change and hope. Through the years, ISO has continued to operate as a social apostolate that envisions a society that upholds human dignity, sharing, democracy, and sustainable development. It is committed to the pursuit of promoting faith that does justice by empowering the poor and marginalized sectors, transforming unjust structures of power through a participatory, equitable, gender-sensitive, and sustainable process, and seeking reconciliation with God's creations through seeing His great love in all things and actively taking care of the environment. Father Walter Hogan, a Jesuit, and his student Mr. Juan Tan founded the ISO in 1947 as a concrete step to putting faith into action.
Well, we came together in 1946. He began first with talks to business people about the rights of labor and increasing wages and so forth. And they listened attentively, but they were not willing to do very much. Eventually, he decided to begin labor classes in the rights of labor and the techniques of labor at the ISO.
Here, the teachings of the Catholic Church and the realizations of Saint Ignatius of Loyola materialized into efforts geared towards social action and social development.
Mahalaga para kay San Ignacio ang paghahanap sa Diyos sa lahat ng bagay. O tinatawag sa Ingles na finding God in all things. Lahat ng bagay sa lipunan, sa sanlilikha ay may potensyal upang maipamalas ang kalooban ng Diyos.
Through the years, ISO has responded to the needs of the marginalized sectors of society. Beginning in 1998, ISO focused on the fishers, the sector considered to be the poorest of the poor in the country.
They are poor because of intense competition for limited coastal and marine resource bases from large-scale fishers. And at the same time also, since they're living in the coastal communities and they are operating in environment wherein risk is very high, masyado vulnerable to sector na to the elements and also at the same time to exploitation.
To empower fisherfolk communities, ISO uses a bottom-up approach that helps them manage their own local natural resources in an integrated and holistic way. ISO believes that those who primarily use resources should be their rightful managers. Anchored on this belief, ISO established its flagship program, the Social Transformation and Grassroots Empowerment, or STAGE. The STAGE program uses a community-based natural resources management strategy, or CBNRM, which aims to encourage the fishers to participate in local governance. The STAGE program has 6 pillars. Participatory action research is where the community plays a major role in the research process. Here, ISO, with its local partners, work together in monitoring the community's natural resources through methods such as participatory coastal resource assessment and resource ecological assessment, more popularly coined as PCRA-REA.
Dun sa pagmumonitor namin sa mga fish sanctuary, malaking bagay yun. Kasi pagdadating ng ganitong activity, yung PCRA, na nagkakaroon ng fish visual census, natututo kami dahil siyempre laging ginagawa namin bukod dun sa kahit wala yung activity ngayon, talagang sumisisid kami dun sa sanctuary at tinitingnan namin yung pagbabago kung dumami ba yung isda o nawawala.
To empower the fishers in representing their sector, The ISO utilizes the solid community organizing approach, where fishers organizations, or FOs, are formed and strengthened to collectively respond to fundamental issues.
Importante sa isang nag-o-organize sa OCO na alam mo yung lugar, kilala mo yung tao, alam mo yung galaw ng tao, alam mo rin yung kanyang naturalesa bilang isang kahanay na mangingisda.
To help address the ecological concerns in coastal communities, the ISO endeavors to create mechanisms that protect and rehabilitate their natural resources. The ISO believes that the sustainability of coastal and marine resources can be achieved by establishing eco-management zones. Through the I-Farm-C and the local Bantay Dagat, municipal waters are protected from further damage and exploitation.
Yung pagkakandak ng seaborne patrolling, pagkakaroon ng fish landing inspection, yung pagkakaroon ng mobile checkpoint upang mapigilan yung mga illegal na gawain tulad ng mga yung nagpapaputok o yung nagtitinamita, blast fishing at yung paglalason yung tinatawag na sodium cyanide.
The ISO's conservation programs are geared toward ensuring marine and coastal resources can be enjoyed by future generations. The ISO's local partners in the community help in various ways in these efforts.
Marami nang nagawa na pagtatanim sa mangrove. Minsan nga nagtanim ako di mayroon pang natira. Ako na lang nagtanim mag-isa. Ang ginawa ko, may yung bata, tinawag ko, tulungan mo ko para siya kung matapos natin ito kasi mamamatay ito, sayang.
Fostering a meaningful partnership among the grassroots, the government, and civil society is a trademark approach of the ISO in its CBNRM programs. This tripartite partnership allows ISO and the sectors it represents to advocate their rights in discussions, decision, and policy making.
Malaking bahagi ito dun sa programa natin kasi dito mas klaro kung ano yung suportang pwedeng ibigay ng bawat institusyon o bawat kabahagi ng programa natin. Yung programa ay hindi lang NGO-driven program, kundi nakikita nila na bahagi na yung lokal na pamahalaan at yung fisher-folk organizations at yung M-Farmcies doon sa pagmula sa pagpaplano, sa implementasyon hanggang doon sa evaluation.
One of the important components of the ISO CBNRM program is the development of the alternative livelihood options for the fishers. These are aimed to help the fishers and their families earn additional income that would sustain them as they go about implementing projects on CBNRM. Tying all these together is the value-based education and capability-building component, which provides ISO and its partners avenues that enhance their knowledge, skills, and attitudes.
Napakalaking bahagi nung mapasama ako sa ISO dahil lumawak din yung aking kaisipan at yung kaalaman tungkol dun sa mga bagay-bagay na nung una ay baliwala sa akin. Kahit na sabihin na medyo may abala o hindi nga sapat pero kailangan. At masaya ako doon sa ginagawa ko.
Gawain ng ISO ay nauugnay hindi lamang sa pagpapahalaga sa kalikasan, ngunit sa pagtataguyod din ng isang lipunang makakristyano at makadiyos.
Stage has undergone many phases, each one unique, dynamic, and systematic, constantly guided by ISO's vision.
Ang nilalayong gawin ng ISO dito ay upang i-institutionalize o gawing kabahagi ng mga programa ng lokal na pamahalaan ang mga programang ginagawa ng ISO, katuwang ng mga mangingisda.
Now on its fifth phase, ISO envisions to establish an integrated, sustainable eco-management zone encompassing Lamon Bay and San Miguel Bay in the Quezon and Camarines provinces. The ISO aims to achieve this by forming alliances of bay-wide I-Farmcies comprised of empowered and responsible fishers organizations capable of partnering with local government units in implementing natural resources management. In Phase 5, ISO will also replicate its CBNRM models nationwide, with special focus on climate change adaptation and disaster risk reduction.
Protecting common resource bases is not enough. We feel that in terms of addressing also the concerns of the fishers, we need to be able to capacitate them to deal with these extreme conditions. With poor fishers community in isolated islands or in isolated barangays do not really have that much resources nor logistics to be able to make immediate moves. So they have to be prepared. Preparedness can also be equated to empowerment.
The ISO aims to be true to its mission, to be a social apostolate that uplifts the poor and the powerless as they face up to the challenges of the times.
ISO as a social apostolate, as an apostolate that is geared towards the development of people, especially the poor, is emphasized even more now and enriched by the call to address issues of environment and the integrity of creation. ISO, in its pursuit of its own specific projects, is already participating in that bigger mission and vision of the Society of Jesus in the world and in the Philippines.
An active future, meeting the needs of the nation and even the international community as they arise, but constantly trying to put these in the context of faith and Jesuit spirituality. And there's a constant struggle to not be simply another social service organization, but one which quite explicitly and consciously is trying to build the kingdom of God on earth. This, I feel, is a real challenge for all of us.